I'm back. I may have sent a very unprofessional email to Mooncat when they sent the email out about this collection. I'm a real big Star Wars fan. Also, I see you. I see you people adding nasty comments and other words that I will not say because I don't feel like editing them out. Don't be a dick. Don't be a dick to people who are just enjoying shit. So, other things I should probably edit out. But anyway, I'm a big Star Wars fan, and when I got the email from Mooncat announcing this collab box, I was so stoked. It's something I've wanted them like personally to do for a really long time. I feel like they do collabs in such a great way. The attention to details there, the quality is there, and this is such a great collab. And I'll go into some fun details about it. But how cool is this? So this is the box. The collab itself drops on the 13th of December, which is Friday the 13th at 9 a.m. Eastern time. So by the time you're watching this, it will already be available. I'm just gonna kind of go through all of the fun details, and then I swatched everything already, and I will get into the swatches momentarily, but up top, I'm just gonna run through all the details. But excuse my like mess. I'm back in my office and I'm really excited. I'm working from home, kind of my schedule's changed a little bit, which is awesome. This was always going to happen, so I'm just really happy to be back in my element a bit, but I haven't worked in my office for like a while, for a couple months, so it's like a nightmare. Plus there's Christmas presents and stuff in here. So box details, let's do the thing. So this is just like, Mooncat does a good box. You can see it's branded all the way around, and it says join the dark side. This is a dark side collection, so it's not just like Star Wars full stop. I mean, I'm wearing like an episode 1 shirt which has Anakin on it, so I was equally stoked. But this is just the dark side, which to me feels like there leaves room for a light side collection in the future. Fingers crossed, we can hope. But you've got Darth Vader, especially if you've seen the originals, he's the big one. So anyway, so the box is Darth Vader on the front, and then if you flip it around, it is like this. Here, I'm gonna bring it real close. It's just so cool. I mean, like I said, the box feels nice too. It's like a nice quality box. It says join the dark side. And then up here, this kind of tells you what's in the box. But then as you open it, let's see if I can do this cool. You can see the details all around the box. So it's beautiful. I'm not trying to be sneaky. I'm just like kind of just showing it off. But I don't have the polishes in here because I didn't want them to fall out. But this is I'll just start with this side first. So this is like the head, the top of the box right here. And so you've got Vader there, and then the colors and everything look so good. And you've got your stickers here, which I haven't actually messed around with the nail stickers yet. Mooncats are pretty cool. Some of these look like they might be glow in the dark as well, but I can't be sure. Oh, yep, some of them are glow in the dark. So usually you need a top coat over these when you put them on because they like rest up a little bit. But I really like Mooncat stickers. I feel like they last really well. But yep, some of these are glow in the dark. And they come in this cool little pocket that is in the box. And everything just says like kind of join the dark side. That's the vibe. It's the dark side vibe. So this is the whole like collector's box itself. When these are available, there are a limited number of full boxes, but the collection itself will be available. So like if the boxes sell out, there are 7 polishes in the box, plus the stickers, plus a really neat branded file, which I'll show you as well. So you've got your 7 here. The box itself, the box is usually pretty limited quantities. Um, but after that, all of the polishes are usually available for a good period of time. Now with it being Star Wars, everyone being super hyped about it, I don't want to, I can't speak to all of that, but Mooncat's pretty good about staying on top of all of those things. And their polishes, even if they're limited edition, which these are limited edition, do stick around for a while. They have already mentioned that the polishes themselves will go through a restock. So it is possible that the polishes themselves may sell out um, within the first couple days, or you know what I mean, depending on whichever one. But if they sell out, there will be a restock, so we don't have to like worry about just fully missing out if it's not something you can, do right now. The box itself, though, the boxes do not get restocked once they're gone. So if you want the whole, the whole thing, you'll need to be on and secure the bag. But here's the set. So they come like this, and you can see the boxes are really cool. When I show you swatches, I will go in through a little more box detail just because it's a little closer than this. But then you can also see the file as well. And it's a one-sided file, which is a choice, but I'm not going to complain. I really like Mooncat's files in general. So you can see it's like full branded, which is really cool. And yeah, it's a one-sided file. So here we go. How cool is that? So this side just has like the stars, and this side will not file, but this side does. And it's got a really good, they're glass files. I really like Mooncat files in general. So it comes with that. These will be sold separately as well, and so will the stickers. The magnet that came with it is not branded. It's just a black Mooncat magnet, meaning it's just solid black. It's one of these. But other than that, I'm gonna quit talking your ear off, and I'm gonna get straight to the swatches. So I can show everything off. The red popping against this is just like ridiculous. I love it. I'm a big fan. I'm super grateful that I'm able to even do a video for this, but I'm gonna get into the swatches, and I will chit chat a minute after.
Like I said, I'm going to share like all the little details on the boxes first. And this is the first polish I grabbed. This is a Galaxy Far, Far Away, which is one of my faves. So I'm actually going to start with my two favorite polishes. But look at all of the detail on here. The Mooncat team really did just such an incredible job with this collab and all the details, from the red of everything to stars and just the little red details. Obviously, you've got a Death Star, you've got your TIE fighters. Um, and it's so good. I love the sides because they look, just like if you ever been on like Rise of the Resistance or anything like that at Disney, they did a really good job making it look like the inside of uh, pretty much like the inside of one of the ships. But even popping open the boxes, even, just like it's so good. This is Join the Dark Side. I know my camera kind of wasn't really focusing, but what are you gonna do? Um, just even popping open the boxes, you can see the detail on the inside. This is inside this like pattern with the stormtroopers and Darth Vader. There's all through the inside of the box as well. And even the bottles are branded, which is like the coolest thing. I'm obsessed. So this is Galaxy Far, Far Away, which is one of my faves. And it's a magnetic. Out of the seven polishes in this collab, six of them are magnetic. I do have swatches of everything velvet, cat eye, and unmagnetized. So on here, um, I will show you kind of application with the cat eye look because that's just kind of easy to get a good feel for how it looks. Um, and then after I paint it at the end, when I'm showing you everything in natural light, you'll see my thumbnail is actually what is magnetized, and my index is unmagnetized. And then the rest of them are all cat eye. And as per usual, as you can see, Mooncat's magnetics are incredibly reactive. They really truly make some of the best magnetic formulas out there, hands down. Um, I didn't want it to disappear exactly, but this is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites out of the box. So this is a galaxy far, far away. And like I said, I'm going to show you it magnetized as I apply, just so you can see it. At the end, you'll see some unmagnetized and velvet style. But look at that. I love this one. The red flakies in there, it's like kind of those red glitter flakies, really add some depth to this in a very cool way. Um, I'm just a big fan. It's really cool. And you're kind of Michelle, who is the CEO. She really she's the owner. She's behind Mooncat and all of that. She talked about red, white, and blue kind of being a hard, or I guess like red and blue, like a hard combo to work with. But this kind of instantly became one of my faves. And this specific polish is supposed to represent Vader's duality. So his, past as Anakin is the blue, and then and his redemption arc as well. Spoiler alert, I guess, for a super fucking old movie. But and then the red is his descent into darkness. So here you go with this magnetized, once again, my index unmagged. This is 2 coats. Doesn't need a glitter grabber. Got big old flakies in there. And this super vibrant blue. And this is just aces. I mean, it's so good. And this is like one of my second favorites. I haven't have like a top three of this collection as a whole. And this one is probably is definitely in that top three. This is Star Destroyer. And God, it's just so cool. You're gonna learn a lot about me and the fact that I really kind of can't tell color at all. So I don't have descriptions for all of the polishes because I usually get them from the Mooncat site the day of launch. So I'm just gonna kind of wing it with what I see on the nail. And Star Destroyer's freaking disco ball on the nails. It's truly glorious. It's kind of funky because it does look like it's going to be patchy in one coat. So I'm gonna say you might have some patchiness and you might want 3 coats. I've worn this twice now and I've only done 2 coats and I have had really, really good coverage because it's super thick. Like there's just not the polish. The polish, as you can tell, is not thick, but the amount of flakies in there, um, it's just really jam packed. So it really blurs your nail really well. So this is just 2 coats. You can see how it's kind of like these big silver flakes. There's hollow in there as well. And this is 2 coats. This is full 2 coats over a clear base. So over a clear peely base over my natural nail. So you can see I don't really have much going on for visible nail line. This is just like natural indirect light. I'm in front of my window. It's got that really silver look to it. And then in front of this is like my lamp that can create sun. I did not have sun this day, but I needed to show you the hollow. So you can see how the hollow looks. It kind of has like a bluish gray tint to it as well, especially in the sun. Absolutely one of my favorites. And then this is Dawn of the Empire, and I am such a huge fan. It's just everything's so cool. The whole collection's just really cool. I wish I had better words, I guess, for this, but I don't. The Empire, I mean, the red, that's like if you're looking at Star Wars, I mean, red is the dark side, which this is the dark side collection, and blue or green is usually representative of the light side. Um, so this is almost, I'm pretty sure this is just like a black jelly base with a red magnetic stripe, like a red orange stripe, and it's really striking. And I'm a really big fan. Um, and man, this is just such a fun one. You can even see how reactive. the magnetic is with me even moving up my magnet after applying. So this just seems like a black jelly base with that red stripe. And if you hold the magnet over the top of this, the stripe will be a little stronger. Um, but this was such a cool one. It's almost not quite black, but that could be me. It could be a skin tone thing, could be application. But I really enjoyed this, and you'll see in natural light. It's just such a good one. Here you go. I'll come back to velvet in a moment, but you can see it's almost, and I think that's just because of the mix of the base with that red. It's got this really cool, yeah, you can see it like flips to black. And yeah, it's just a really cool red stripe across the black base. And it looks beautiful unmagnetized too on my index. This is only 2 coats. And we have Death Star, which is also what I'm wearing on my thumb for swatch videos today. I've got a little mini Death Star. And this is such a cool one. It's a hollow. It's like this cool gray hollow full of glitter. I mean, it's got, it's just cool. They're all cool. I wore this one for a while as well. So I'm a big, this is just going to be me the whole collection. I'm just going to be really annoying and being like, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of this. I'm a big fan of that. But Death Star's cool if you want like just a freaking ridiculously cool polish. This one also magnetizes amazingly. So as you can see, it's a gray, hollow, magnetic polish. So it's got that silver stripe across it, and there's hollow the um in the polish itself. So I don't think it's a holographic magnetic, meaning the magnetic pigment is not holographic because um those are not always the most stable pigments. The base of it itself has the hollow. So it's this really, really cool space gray with this silver magnetic stripe in it. And the hollow is in the base, which I really, really liked. So, I wouldn't worry about anything funky happening magnetic wise. But as you can see, it velvets beautifully. I had no sun while I was doing these, but if you're a gray nail polish lover, which like I am, this is just really cool, honestly. It's like all mirrory and such. I'm a big fan. You can see, I try to get a good angle. Velvet does not photograph well, but I tried. Um, and I broke the lamp out again just so you could see the hollow. And this is straight up what it looks like in the sun. I did, of course, get sun later in the day when I was not doing this, but there it is with the hollow. And then we have Lord Vader, which is super neat. I'm a big red nail polish fan, and the inspo behind this one is Darth Vader's lightsaber. So it is a red polish, so like a red base with a white magnetic stripe. And like, how cool is that? I'm obsessed. I can't wait. These make me excited. Like I don't have, anything in my collection that looks probably like any of these. And there's such a gorgeous mix. I love when you can see the magnetic already start to form, like the stripes start to form on the brush before I put it on there, as you'll see. So I did wear this in 2 coats. This is like a shimmer base, like a red, beautiful red shimmer base with that white magnetic. I found this to be a softer pull than some of the others, as you can see, but I think maybe if you tried it with a stronger magnet over top, you might get that stronger, like that sharper, crisp line. But the red itself it's red. It's not orangey. It's just a true freaking dark side lightsaber red with that white stripe across it. And it's so cool, and it really invokes Darth Vader. So this one's Lord Vader, and I'm a big fan. So this one looks really funky, not in a bad way, but like funky velvet. And then I think I prefer this one, Cat Eye, just because you get a little more red all the time, and it kind of looks funky with the white when you have it velvet style. But I mean, that is just my own personal opinion. Then we have Scum and Villainy, which is like this super fun, like bronzy color. I'm gonna call this brown. Now, I'm happy to be corrected when we get um, full, full descriptions on the site. This one to me is like a pretty brown. It's like a rose gold. It's got like a rose goldy stripe on it, or like bronze, I guess would maybe be a better term. Um, but this is pretty neat. I like it as a neutral in general. As you can see, you're super reactive, but it has like this brown base with these like there's like micro flakes in there that are kind of bronze. So it's a really interesting addition to this collection that I like because it's this collection is like a lot of grays and blacks and reds, and this one is kind of the outlier in that it's none of those. I mean, you can see, I guess, like there's, a little bit of red action going on, but I do feel like that's like the stripe that goes across is more on the bronze rose goldy side, and there's gold and inside inside the base itself, it's like a brown jelly. But yeah, it's a really interesting one that I found like to be super flattering color in general, and just a really fun addition to the collection that kind of is so cold in a way, because obviously you're invoking Death Star and ships and galaxy and all of that. But I was very pleasantly surprised with this in general. And you can see just kind of a further away. And then I zoom in. So the flakes are very prominent. This is only two coats. My index is unmagged. And then you can really see the shifts of the velvet on my thumb there. And I like it. It grew on me for sure, even though it's like the funkiest one out of the collection, or like the last, it's just kind of the odd one out. And last but not least, this is Mooncat's first, like, what's the word? What do you want? It's like uh, their first like dual dual formula. I don't know what to call it. I've actually never swatched a thermal magnetic before. So this polish is Imperial Stormtrooper, and it's a thermal magnetic, which means it's a thermal polish. It's going to change according to your body heat, your body temperature. So it is a gray and a black, and it also has a silver magnetic stripe on it. And you can see the magnetic is super reactive. You can see it starting to change already on my skin, which was a little warm. So when your skin is cold, when your body temperature is cold, it will be black. And then when you are warm, it will be that like darkish gray, that dark gray color. So this one, I mean, I was kind of cold. I feel like it took, and this is funny because Mooncat's thermals transition very quickly. Obviously, I'm not gonna just kind of leave the phone running for a minute. I did do that though, and no one wants to see that all sped up. I don't think you want to see the transition. I will show you just a full video, but it took maybe like less than a minute for it to fully transition to this color. So that is it's cold on the tip of my nail, where that's like the cold state where it's not touching my skin, and where it is touching my skin, where it's warm, is that gray. And it's kind of funky with the velvet. I feel like the velvet kind of doesn't work and looks similar to the unmagnetized. You get a little more thermal action peeking through. But I'm a big fan of, I mean, this one's just kind of a cool polish. Like in general, I like the black to gray or gray to black, and I feel like the stripe really adds something. It does pop a little more in the sun, but you can see even so, it's a great color. But that's all I have for
And
swatches.
that was it. That was the Star Wars collection. You absolutely must tell me in the comments if you picked up the box or if you picked up any specific polishes and what your favorite ones are. I know I talked about my favorites. I definitely have a couple favorites or a few favorites of this set, but it's just so good. I love it. I'm really excited to see what else Mooncat does. I hope they do more Star Wars. I cannot wait to go into 2025 with like I don't know. I can't wait to see what they do in 2025. I mean, their collabs are always beautiful and excellent and just quality, which makes it just easy to feel excited and want to support them and everything like that. But I'm super happy to be back like in my office and kind of in my element. I'm super happy to share swatches with everyone again. And yeah, I'm going to be posting on my Instagram at Polished Bookworm, and I will have individual swatches of each of these photo wise, and I'll have individual swatches as well if you want to just look at them one at a time instead of, you know, watching the whole video. But I'm super excited to be here. I'll be back with some stuff probably before the end of the year, and then I hope everyone has a really good holiday season if I don't have any videos, which I should. But if not, you can find me on Instagram or you can find me here. Have a good one.